Hello everyone, my name is Elvira and today we are going to have a review of present simple and present continuous. Let's look at the given table, and here we see three columns. First one describes the usage of present simple, second one present continuous, and the third one we will have a look at the action and non-action words that cannot be used in present continuous. So the usage of present simple is very easy. We know that we use this tense to describe the things that happen on a daily basis, the things that are always true, or the things that happen regularly. Like in the example, let's look at the examples. We see that if we want to make a positive sentence, we take the verb as it is and just use it. If we deal with he, she, it, we know that we need to add s ending. And here we need to keep in mind the spelling rules as in the examples. Remember the spelling rules: lives, studies, watches. If a verb ends in any other consonant except y, we just add s ending as it is. If the verb, like in the example lives, if the verb ends in y consonant, we know that y changes, transforms into ies. And if the verb ends in sh, ch, and double s, we add es ending. That is clear. I hope you remember that. If we want to make a negative sentence, we have two auxiliaries. They are do and does, and we know that does is used for he, she, it. Like in the example, he doesn't wear glasses. Here we know that if we use does, auxiliary does, in this case of the negative sentence, we use does plus not. We remember that s ending disappears because we already used the auxiliary does. And if we want to make a question, like in the example, where do you live? We use also these auxiliaries do or does, and we remember, as it is written in the notes, the word order in this kind of questions. So if it's a simple question like do you work, we use first auxiliary, then a pronoun or a noun, so any other word that can be a subject of a sentence, and then we use an infinitive. In this case, where do you live, we have some kind of special question. So first goes question word, then we use an auxiliary, then a pronoun, and then a subject. An infinitive. And so I hope that's clear. Usually we do not have many difficulties to understand present simple because we have the same sentence in Russian language. But taking present continuous here, some students can have difficulties to understand just because we are not used to such kind of thinking about maybe the things that are happening at the moment of speaking. We do not usually define that. But here in English, we have a special tense that is used for the things that are happening at the moment of speaking. Let's look at the examples. Here we see that if we want to make a present continuous, we use this kind of rule. The formula of present continuous is to be plus verb plus ing ending. And as in the example, who are you waiting for? I am waiting for a friend. I am waiting for a friend is a positive sentence, and we know that the verb to be changes according to the pronouns. So here, with the pronoun I, we use the form of the verb to be am. If it was, for example, he, she, it, we know that we use is, and for the pronouns we, you, are, we, you, they, we use the form of the verb to be are. If we want to make a negative sentence in present continuous, we add the particle not to the verb to be, and to the verb to be, and we can change the example. Are you waiting for a friend? No, I'm not waiting for a friend. So this way we make a negative sentence. And if we want to make a question, the word order changes. We put the verb to be at the beginning of the sentence. In this case, it will be like, are you waiting for a friend? Here, this way, we see that we made a question. What do we need to keep in mind? I guess it's the main thing that we need to be attentive to is the spelling of ing ending. If a verb ends in any consonant except E, we just add it to the root of the verb. If the verb ends in E vowel, we see, like in the example leaving, E ending disappears. And if the root of the verb is one syllable, we need to double the consonant, as in the example getting. And speaking about action and non-action verbs, you remember that there are some verbs that cannot be used in present continuous. We need to use them as in present simple because they do not have form in present continuous. They cannot be used. As it is written here in the examples, the common non-action verbs, they are usually the verbs that define mental activity, dislikes, likes, any other feelings, like here, love, like, matter, mean, need, etc. So let's proceed to practice and to see how these tenses work in reality.